Hello and welcome to another episode of Sundays with Sand. Glad to have you with me today. And I would like for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and invite your family and friends to join in with us. So today we're going to look at embracing rest. So when you look at the word embrace, what do you think that means? So if you're embracing something, that means that you're accepting it willingly and enthusiastically. Nobody is having to make you do it. You don't feel like you're coerced into doing it. It's something that you want to do. So we're going to look at embracing rest. And that means that you fully accept and welcome the idea of taking time to relax, to recharge and recuperate from the demands of daily life. So it's going to involve recognizing the importance of rest for one's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sensory, creative, and social well-being. I bet y'all didn't know it was that many kinds of rest, huh? So that means to actively incorporate restful activities and into one's routine without guilt or hesitation. So we're over the next few weeks, we're going to be looking at these different types of rest. And I want to give credit to the person who did all the research on this, and is Dr. Sandra Smith, and she has a book entitled Sacred Rest: Recover Your Life, Renew Your Energy, and Restore Your Sanity. And this is the book that we'll be coming from as we look at the different types of rest. In order to rest, we must realize that sometimes that means saying no. It sometimes means that we put limits on ourselves. It means that we may have to have limits with others as we set boundaries. And when we look at our society, it is one that is outcome driven. And when I think about society and I think about what we do to maintain the appearance or just try to keep up with what's going on with society, and we're just busier and busier. So I look at that busy as bowing under society's yoke. B-U-S-Y, bowing under society's yoke. Because a lot of times you just doing because that's what you feel like society wants you to do, or what you need to do to fit in, or what have you. So I just call that bowing under society's yoke, because you're busy doing the thing, whatever that is. And it's not always something that you even need to be doing, right? Okay, right. So once we do that, we have to think about how it is, if we want to actually get rest, but we're doing, trying to do what society wants us to do. We just have to think about, are we willing to do what it takes to get rest, despite what's going on in society or what society thinks. Just like I mentioned before, sometimes you just got to say no, and it's okay to say no. And you got to be able to say no without guilt. So as we delve into the different types of rest, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, so you've got physical rest, and that's what most people think about when you say rest. They're thinking about sleeping, but sleeping is not necessarily rest. That's what people think. And our rest is not created equal, because you can go to sleep and think that you're getting rest, and then you still wake up really, really tired. So that was probably not the rest that you needed. So that's why I say our rest is not created equal. And we'll look at the different types of rest. Physical rest is one, but then you've got creative rest, for instance. You got sensory, you got emotional, you got social, you got spiritual. There are different types of rest, and we'll look at those types, and then just you'll be able to assess where you are. Dr. Sandra does have a rest quiz that I will put in the description, not in today's lesson, but I will share that with you just so you can see where you are. See if you are rested, and I probably will give that to you in the next week's lesson so you can look at that, get an assessment, and see what areas you are lacking rest in. And then you'll know what areas, once you know what areas are deficient, then you'll see where you need to put the work in to get the rest that you need to get. So I'm looking forward to sharing this information with you. So you just gotta be sure to tune in to find out about these different types of rest and how you'll be able to make your life better. Okay? I am one and only one. Repeat after me for those who aren't familiar with what we do at the end. I am one and only one. I can't do all things, but I can do some things. That I can do, I ought to do. And by the grace of God, I will do it. Go out and have yourselves an amazingly awesome week, and I will see you right back here next Sunday.